I'm Shaggie. I grew up South Central, Broadway, and 41st Street.
And what was around there when you was young?
There's a lot of dolphins, tecatos, smokers, a lot of dead bodies along the freeway. When we moved there, there was only like just writings. There was no more gangs. There was the 42nd Street Winos, King Cobras, and Al Capones. But I guess it was the ending era of them. And the only ones that I remember that were there when we got there were the black gangs, which was the Five Dudes Broadways and the 43rd Place, or Third World, I think they used to get called. They used to rob us for our parents used to send us to the market to go buy milk and eggs and stuff like that. We used to come back beat up with no money, no groceries. The blacks outpopulated the Mexicans by far, so it was kind of hard on us when we barely moved in there. Well, I've always been a fighter since I was young. Since I never let myself, but they're men. I'm just a child, so they outpowered me by far, you know. Oh, I moved there when I was like in the first grade. I don't know how old, I was like 7 years old probably. Maybe 7 years, 6 years later after that, we created Hang Out Boys. Right.
And around what time did you create that?
Like around 86, 87. Well, we were young kids playing innocent games, hide and go seek, and innocent little bad things that kids do, And we got tired of being victimized by the drug addicts and the surrounding gangs that were there. They used to get off and I don't know why they thought we were gangbanging. We didn't even look like gangsters, but they would get off and try to shoot us and stab us and stuff. And one day we had it. They got off and one guy started chasing the homie Cyclone, rest in peace, and tried to stab him. He got away, but when we got together that afternoon, like around 5 or 6 in the afternoon, we said we had enough of it, and that we were going to stand up to whatever situations that we had coming towards us. It wasn't the right thing to do, but my dad, we couldn't go up to my dad and tell him. We didn't have that communication or that relationship with our parents to talk to them about our situation, so we just did what we thought was best, stand up for us, on our own, We used to get together in the corner of 42nd and Grand, and from there we used to just like run around, ride our bikes, skateboards and stuff like that. And we got together right there and we just started talking like, hey man, these motherfuckers, we done had it. This was super tripping and stuff like that, and we just, let's just start a gang. And we just went to the side, there's a church right there, and we went to the side, there's a little sidewalk right there, and we sat there, and a couple of them stood up, and we were like, hey man, so what we're gonna call ourselves? And we just started mentioning names like Olive Street Hustlers and what, Flower Street something, and just different names that came up to our minds till we came up with the Hang Out Boys, and we all agree on it, and then we just started recording each other in. It was 8 of us. It was Joker, Bola, rest in peace, Primo, Cyclone, rest in peace, Puppet, rest in peace, me, Bullet, Smurf, and Little Primo. It was 8 of us that started.
And how old were you around that time?
I was like 13.
And how old were some of the other homies of the 8, if you remember?
Smurf was like 12. Little Primo was like 9. Bullet was like 13. Cyclone was 13, and Puppet was like 12. No, Bullet was like 14, and Cyclone was like 14. I was 13, and Puppet was 13. Bola was a little older than us, and Primo and Joker. All three of those were a little bit older, maybe by a year or two older. We started making our own homemade weapons, which consisted of sticks with nails all around it. We got knives and just homemade weapons. We were little kids. We didn't have no guns. We didn't have no money. We didn't work or nothing. So we just started doing our own little weapons however best we could, and started walking towards wherever we knew that the guys were at, and we just started attacking them, retaliating.
So who were the first groups to really start to recognize you guys as a new group?
The first guys were the Street Villains and the Crazy Cats. Those were our first enemies that we had. That's one of the main reasons that we started the hood.
Now, Street Villains, they're on the other side of the freeway, right?
They're on, they were like on Vermont.
So how did you guys get into a beef with a neighborhood that's you guys are closer to Broadway, Grand, and they're on Vermont?
We don't know. They just used to go up there looking for trouble and try to catch somebody, I guess. I don't know who they were looking for, but they were looking for the wrong guys.
So how would you describe the beef between Hang Out Boys and Street Villains? Like, how did that actually start?
Because they used to go and try to stab us and shoot us. And the last time, one of the guys got off and started trying to kill Cyclone. And so once that happened, and I guess we all seen how close he was to death, I guess that would pushed us to do something about it.
So what happened to Cyclone that day? He survived it, right?
He survived it, yeah.
But what kind of injuries did he have?
He didn't have just a ripped shirt with like gashes in his shirt, but that was it. He didn't get hurt, nothing. He was really fast. He had strong legs, and he was kind of like a square built kind of, and that's probably the guy probably would have got me. He probably would have killed me because I was never good at running, anyways. Yeah, but we all ran, and when we got together, when it started getting dark, we started talking about it, and we said, enough is enough.
So what became the turf or the territory of Hang Out Boys?
It was from King all the way to Slauson. From King, Slauson, Maine, and maybe Figueroa, all of that. When we were coming up, little by little, we just started recruiting until we were out of hand. The next ones that joined in were Conejito, Termite, Cloby, Lucky. From there, there was some skater guys that outnumbered us by a lot, but we weren't gonna desist to no one. So we ended up having in a rumble, and at the end we ended up courting them in HOB. So that increased our numbers drastically, and from there we moved on towards 40th and King, all that area, and from there we just started moving down.
So who were some of the main guys that were skaters that became HOB that you remember?
Oh, they used to call this guy Perro, Vago. The other guys they lived there, but they were too young. They Topo, Monkey, Shorty, Flaco, Cyclone. But we didn't fight with them. We fought with the other ones that were like more our age type of, And then the other guys just, once we dealt with the ones that were like our age era, the younger ones and the older ones just got in the hood. So yeah, they were pretty good guys. Later on, they killed Eddie. Rest in peace. They killed him.
From Harpies?
Yeah, they killed him right there on, I think, Hoover and Vernon. I think his own homies, one of their cliques killed him, and I don't know if they made a mistake or I don't know what happened. But I was too young to find out what was going on. You know, I just know that his own homie was carrying him, and his homie was so dazed out because they grew up together, that he was so dazed out that he wouldn't put him down when the police was telling him to put him down, and the police beat him up.
You mentioned Cyclone is rest in peace now.
Yeah.
What happened to Cyclone?
He got killed coming like in the corner of his house, going towards his house from the H. The H is just a kickback where we kick it. We used to kick it like maybe at any given time from anywhere from 50 to 100 guys at one time. 41st and Broadway. And then some apartments in the back, in the alleys and the parking lot in the back. He got killed like coming out of the alley, out of his house, out of the alley going towards his house, like maybe like from here, maybe 100 feet from his house.
I mean, I guess at that point, things get real pretty fast. Like
they were really real.
It was already real, but
we all had got shot. My Bullet had got shot. Primo had got stabbed and beat up. I had left for dead. My helicopter had to pick him up. I had got shot various times. We all had something, scars or something that just kept us pushing the line.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.